Lionel Messi. Messi's hit! Oh!
De Xavi, més cap a la dreta per Messi, Messi, immens Messi, encara 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 Messi, gol!
Lionel Messi, one of the greatest footballers ever, loved by millions around the world, and a player who makes a magical presence on the pitch. But what if I told you he wasn't the player he is today? He had faced many problems and challenges in his young age, but still, he became the greatest. How? That's what I'm going to explain today. His young life, how he built his foundation. What was the roadmap he had taken that helped him become the greatest footballer? Messi was born in a situation where he didn't have access to many resources. Not like the ones you might have today. No fancy training grounds, no professional coaches, not even proper shoes at times. He grew up in a place where most of his childhood was spent playing football for countless hours with his friends. Just raw passion, no pressure, no rules, no one to restrict him, no one to judge him, just freedom to play every single day. And the question is, how did that help him? How did those endless hours of street football build the foundation for one of the greatest of all time? That's where his actual journey begins. As I previously said, because of his situation, he was forced to play with his friends for countless hours. But how did this help him? When you play in the streets, there's no one to restrict you, no one to judge you, and no one to set boundaries. This freedom helped him build instinct and fearlessness in his game. Just because he used to play for countless hours, he built an instinct, an ability to play without thinking. And also, Messi used to play with older players. When you play with older players, you have to push your limits. You can't play the same way you normally do. You're forced to push your limits because the players you're playing with are faster, stronger, and move better than you. This actually forces you to improve. And do you know the one thing that actually made him improve even faster? The thing that helped him build that instinct and unstoppable style? Most people underestimate it. Trust me, every great player like Messi, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, they all grew up playing barefoot. And that changed everything. Playing barefoot builds strong feet. It builds a strong nerve connection between your feet and your brain. It helps you feel the ball better. It builds your relationship with the ball. And not just that, when you play barefoot, it also helps you prevent injuries and makes your biomechanics stronger and more natural. Your movements become smoother, more connected, and your body learns to move the right way. When you play barefoot, your understanding of the ball, how it moves, how it reacts, grows much faster. That's how Messi developed such close control and feel for the ball. Now listen, this line by Johan Cruyff. Playing football is simple, but playing simple football is the hardest thing. It might sound like contradictory, but this is one of the most powerful lines he ever said. And this is what Messi understood at a young age. He knew, no matter how many skills I know, no matter how differently I can beat defenders, the most important thing is to focus on one skill and master it. Even Bruce Lee said, I do not fear the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once. I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. What does it mean? Just look at Messi. He had mastered one thing, body feint, and mastered it so well, he can use it in every situation. When he's under pressure, surrounded by defenders, or in front of the goal. And this is something you'll notice in every pro player. They don't master 10 different skills. They master one or two, and use them in 100 different ways. And do you know, there was one thing Messi was doing unknowingly, which helped him to play even till now. Like, at the age of 37, he's still so good at dribbling and beating players younger than him. Most people don't talk about this, but it's one of the most important things. And it's nothing but fueling your body and treating it right. No matter how much work you've done to build your foundation, no matter how strong that foundation is, if you're not fueling your body and treating it right, it won't last. Because modern football has become faster than ever, and injuries are becoming more and more common. If you don't take care of your body at a young age, it won't support you later when you actually need it the most. Now, let me tell you what Messi was doing even without knowing it. He was fueling and treating his body right. He grew up on raw, natural food, and lived a life full of sunlight, movement, and nature. Let me make it even simpler for you. When Messi was young, he wasn't eating junk food like you eat. He wasn't living on processed snacks, sugary drinks, or random supplements. He was eating what nature gave him: raw milk, raw honey, natural meat, fruits, clean and whole foods. When you eat like that and do it consistently, your recovery becomes faster. Your joints become more flexible, and your muscles become more stronger. Your body becomes naturally resilient. And it's not just about food. Sleep played a major role in Messi's journey too. Every pro footballer today spends millions on recovery. But the most fundamental and powerful recovery is sleep. If you're not getting 8 to 9 hours of quality sleep, your body won't grow, and it won't help you to perform the way you want to. Because proper sleep improves your cardiac rhythm, increases oxygen flow in your body, and gives you real energy during matches, not just a temporary boost. But if you ask me, apart from sleep, what's one recovery method every footballer should be doing? It's simple: walking barefoot on natural surfaces like grass, mud, or sand. This might sound basic, but it reduces inflammation, improves blood flow, and strengthens your foot and leg muscles. It also calms your nervous system and improves your focus. It's called grounding, and it's one of the easiest and most natural ways to recover, mentally and physically. But let me tell you something important before we move ahead. There's one thing: no matter how strong your foundation is, no matter how well you fuel your body, if you lack this one thing, you'll always feel stuck, and you'll never be able to play at your full potential. And it is nothing but the love for the game. Do you know Lionel Messi was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency at the age of just 11? This condition, caused by an insufficient amount of growth hormone in the body, directly affects your height, strength, and physical development. And it deeply impacted Messi's early life. His body wasn't growing like others. It wasn't built for professional football, but he didn't stop. Why? Because of the love for the game. No matter how many problems you face, no matter how tough life becomes, the love for the game is what keeps you going, and you have to understand this. How can you expect to become great at something if you don't even love the process? I've seen so many young footballers forcing themselves into gym sessions, cone drills, heavy training, and losing their spark in the process. Listen carefully. If you're under 15 or even 16 or 17, this is not the time to make it all about work. This is the time to fall in love with the ball, to enjoy every second you get on the field, to play without pressure, to laugh, to lose, to try again, and most importantly, to play just because you love to play. Yes, practicing is important and training matters, but it should never feel like a burden, because the truth is simple. If you're doing drills and gym work, and it feels like you're stuck, if it doesn't light something up inside you, then maybe you need to pause. Stop doing what drains you. Start doing what makes you fall in love with football again. Play freely. Play with friends. Play without overthinking. And you'll see how your game naturally starts growing. This love, this raw, playful love for football, that's what carried Messi through everything. And if you keep that same love alive, no injury, no failure, no obstacle can stop you either. If you've watched till now, you're not just scrolling, you're a serious baller. That means you're hungry to grow and truly love the game. This was the first chapter on how to play like young Messi. Want to see the second chapter? Then comment "second chapter," and so smash that like button and hit subscribe, because I'm dropping pure football value for free just to help you level up your game.